Hello, everyone. Welcome to my first ever sketchbook tour. In fact, this is the first time I've ever completed an entire sketchbook. I used to draw all the time as a little kid, and I think I stopped somewhere around puberty, I guess. Somewhere around the time where I got interested in girls and basketball and things of that nature. I would occasionally come back to drawing a little bit every so often, but as soon as I would start to draw something and it didn't work out perfectly how I wanted to, it would intimidate me. And seeing like proportions off or something, I would like get scared or intimidated and I would quit drawing again. So I haven't really drawn more than a handful of pictures since I was probably 13, and now I am 34. So last year I decided I was going to buy a sketchbook, and I drew a couple things, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to stop until I complete this whole sketchbook. And my goal is to complete it in a year, which I did do. And yeah, I'm excited to show you guys this. It wasn't, I think, an 80-page sketchbook, but some of the pages I used for like trying out certain other things, like looking at different colors and stuff. So I didn't completely draw on every page, but you'll see what I mean. There is something on every page for sure. So let's get right into it. So here is my sketchbook in all of its glory. Let's get right into it. This is mostly in chronological order. This is the very first thing I drew in here. Me and my brother had just went and saw the new Sonic movie. This is like mostly from my memory because I just watched the movie. And yeah, this was one of those moments where like it made me want to not draw again, and I was like, you know what, I need to be uncomfortable. I need to try to draw anyway. So then I went to drawing something that I felt like I'd be more comfortable with. This is Goku. So I was like, I drew a lot of Goku growing up as a kid, and then I've always wanted to color in stuff, but I've been so scared like my whole life of like every time I just tried to draw and then color it, it got worse. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just put like little accents of color, because I wanted to color the whole thing, but I just made me nervous. Like I was gonna mess it up. Here's some chess pieces that I just had laying around. Drew that. This is like a cover of some book that I saw in Barnes and Noble. I just took a picture of, and then as you see, I'd like added some like little accents of color with like a marker. And then this is where I found out that it bled through. That was where I learned that lesson. So yeah, there's like occasionally pages like this where there's not much on it, but it's because I had already messed up the page. And then here's like a picture of Mega Man. It's like one of my favorite, or probably my favorite video game characters, or favorite video game franchise is Mega Man. So there's going to be probably several Mega Man pictures in here. Yeah, this is Zero stabbing like a scorpion thing. I was actually really proud of this when I first drew this. This is one of the more complicated pictures that I drew. Like I've never done anything like this where it's like getting torn up and it's like mechanical. So I was pretty happy with this when I first drew it. It took me a long time to do it. I didn't have the best attention span. This is yeah, I was just testing out some, I think these are pencils. And let's see, I got this I drew from my imagination. So I was like kind of happy with this. Like look, this reminds me of like Frieza or Cell or something from Dragon Ball Z, and then I just made a dragon with it. And this is supposed to be me, this little guy. He threw off his hat because he means business, and he has two swords, long hair like me, and he's just on a mountain. He's ready to slay his dragon. There's some sketches of Mega Man from Battle Network. Here is like a cross base thing, like from Mega Man Battle Network, fighting against each other. I was also very happy about this when I did it. This is my very first live portrait. Or not live, like it's not like he was alive, like I was in front of me, but I mean like a person, not like a cartoon. I was pretty impressed. This is Bruce Lee. I don't know if that's like obvious, but yeah, at the time I was like, oh, good job me. Because that was the first time I did something like that. This is Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. I draw the rest of the crew because I had like the DVDs, so I like drew the covers of all of them. Yep, there's Kurama. It's like a cover of a book. The Dog That Followed the Moon. This is when I very first started getting into color. I got some colored pencils. My wife had some oil pastels. So then I tried some of that and then I outlined it in pen. Alright. This was something I started drawing. I don't really know what I was doing. I just was drawing some type of angel thing. Didn't like how it was going, so I stopped. And then got some Pokemon. I just opened a pack of Pokemon cards. These are some of the Pokemon that were in it. This is like the back of the Pokemon card. This was me trying out oil pastels. I was trying to learn how blending works with them, and yeah, it just looks like I'm like a 5-year-old drawing with crayons. And then here is something that, like, my wife got me this little thing from, I think it was somewhere in Eastern Europe. She brought this thing back and I started like drawing my own stuff around it. I drew the initial clock thing that she got me, and then a lot of the other things I started just building out from other things I saw. I kind of liked this, especially at the time. Me and my wife watched Spirited Away one day, and this was me beginning to draw some characters from that. And then there's Hiei. I just realized I never finished the like highlight portion of his hair. I forgot all about that. Here's Kuwabara. Got Spirit Sword. This is something from my imagination. I'm writing a book, and then there's a part in the book with like this shadow monster looking thing, and I was just kind of drawing out things that I saw in my head. This isn't exactly what I was looking for, but I don't know, it's kind of close. And want to try out charcoal. This is what I mean by like I was just trying out, like I got a brush pen thing and I was just trying out things about it, tried to draw a dragon. Didn't like how I was going. This is like I tried to draw my wife from memory. It didn't really work out too good. This is like Luffy. I was trying to draw in like charcoal. This is another angel thing. I'm trying to draw, because I'm writing in the book that I'm writing, there's like angel characters in it. I think that's why I started drawing more angels. It's Luffy in Gear 5. This is like a little, it's from like a philosophy cover. Like I read a lot of philosophy, so I just thought it looked cool. So I tried to sketch that out. I tried to draw the front face of who I thought that guy right here looked like, but yeah, I didn't like how it came out. Here's some flowers. Got a wolf with another wolf in the background. I don't typically draw animals, but after that I started drawing Pokemon animals. This is the first time I drew with like markers. My wife had gotten some markers from like alcohol markers from a garage sale from like a year or two ago, and then I decided to try them out drawing this, and I really liked it. So then I went and bought some Ohuhu markers that'll show up here later in the sketchbook. This is another portrait of my wife that I was trying to do with charcoal. She said that I made it look like she was black, or like dark, I guess, because she's not really. But I just didn't know how else to do the charcoal. This is the first thing I did. Oh no, this isn't Ohuhu markers actually. This is stuff that from those markers I got from the garage sale, and a lot of pen. I got these little micron pens. And yeah, this was like the first one that I was like, oh, I'm gonna push myself and color something like how I actually want to color. And I was like very intimidated to do this. When I started drawing his skin, I was like, this isn't how I want it to be, and I was freaking out. I actually used no pencil to do this. That's why his arm is kind of, I feel like, too high. Yeah, I did this all in pen and marker, so I was pretty happy with this. That's why I tore it out and I like scanned it into a thing, so that's why it's like that. This is a cover of a book. After drawing that one, I was like, oh, let me draw something else in all pen. So this is an all pen sketch. And then this I drew. This is all from my mind. I was just like running one day and it was really windy, and then yeah, I wrote this little. This was just things that I was thinking about while I was running. I don't really want to read it out loud. It might make me cringe, so that's why. You can read it if you want. And this is something I started drawing. I wanted to learn how to do like these like tree type of things of like how shadow worked, and then I realized that I was doing it backwards, so then I kind of stopped and I was like, okay, lesson learned. I'll just remember that for next time. This was also from, I did a lot of horizontal ones. Yeah, this is also from my memory, or like from my mind. This is like a bridge that's going to be in the book that I'm writing. It was just, so like since I'm writing the book, I always have things in my head of like what's happening in the book that I'll end up drawing. This was a Pokemon card, Greninja, Radiant Greninja. This is when I first got the Ohuhu marker, so I'm like marking out what all the different things were that I was using or thinking about using. I was pretty happy with this. Yeah, you can see because all the ones that I tore out, I was happy with because I scanned them into my computer. This I started to draw a Mew, but then I didn't really like it, and then I checked marker colors on here. This is a self-portrait of me when I was 5, or so. I don't know exactly how old I was. I think I was around 5. And yeah, this is like a picture I carry around in my wallet. So I just drew that of me. I look a little bit more Asian in this picture, I think. This is like the first, like I covered this with color, like I did all color for this Luffy drawing, and I was really happy with this when I first did it. I mean, I'm still happy with it, but yeah, I was super pumped about this. This is like a One Piece card. And then yeah, you can see that I'm happy with it because I tore it out and I scanned it in. And then this is one I tried to do for my brother. I was not as happy with this one. I still tore it out and was still like, because I was trying to figure out how to do prints. So this is like a printed version of it. I couldn't get my printer to do exactly what I wanted it to do, but I wasn't as happy with this one, but it's still okay. This was like, I started on it, but it wasn't the right size. And then when I redid it, it was still the same size. So I just gave up and just stuck with it. This I started to draw, didn't like how it was coming. So then I redid it and I made her face a little bigger. This is from like a puzzle. I did all this in ink as well. This I started to draw a city that I had in my mind, but then I didn't like how it was coming. So then I stopped. This was some stuff I did in pen. This was supposed to be me. I drew like a self-portrait thing, and then I just kept drawing. I was like, okay, so I did a self-portrait of me with clothes on. Let me do one without clothes on. So this is a self-portrait of me without clothes. I don't actually look like that without clothes on. And these are just like from books that I had lying around. I just drew people on it. And then I put like a heart on fire in the middle because I just felt like all these guys were like passionate. And then I tried to draw I was going to do a bunch of self-portraits of me in different positions, but then on this one I tried to smile and I messed up the teeth real bad. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing drawing teeth, and this is in pen, so I was like, shoot. So I kind of gave up on it. Started to draw something from my mind, and I did not like how that was turning out, so I gave up on that one. Oh yeah, this is when I started printing out like reference photos. So this is like what I drew of that, but I drew my own version. Like I made Kiki a lot closer. It's from Kiki's Delivery Service. But yeah, these are the Ohuhu markers. I really like these. My blue started to run out. Like I was running out of ink at the time. So then I switched to this lighter blue. But yeah, this one was really fun to do. I like how this one turned out. And this one was actually the last drawing that I did in the book. It's not the last page because I realized later that I had missed a page. So yeah, this is a redo of the first drawing, which was Shadow. So this was the reference art. And then I drew Shadow again, but I colored him in with Ohuhu markers. There's parts of this that I'm happy with and parts that I'm not as happy with. But it's definitely better than that first one. I don't know if you guys remember that first one. That was where we started. And this is now. So I feel like this one's at least an improvement for sure. Oh, this is one of those protective things. This was like a picture of, this is me and my brother. We were playing table tennis in a tournament. And then I was like, I drew like a Ping Pong the Animation version of it. And yeah, I was pretty happy with this. I think it looks pretty cool. And then here's a reference art. This is from a Studio Ghibli movie. I was pretty happy with this one too. I really like how this one turned out. Pretty vibrant. Really like these Ohuhu markers. Oh, yeah, and then this one's also another Studio Ghibli with Kiki. It's laying in the grass. I'm still using that same blue marker that's like giving out. But yeah, I liked how this one turned out. I like the grass in this one. What I got in this next one. Oh, this is the reference photo. This is how it turned out. I tried to do like the wood grain stuff in there and it didn't really work out how I wanted to. Now I've kind of learned that I can do that with colored pencils. So I've started doing markers and colored pencils. I don't think I discovered that until after this sketchbook was done though. Alright, and then this is something in China, I think. Or maybe it's Japan. Yeah, I think this might be Japan. And that might be like Mount Fuji in the background. Oh, and this is like the one time that I use the other page. I didn't finish it. It's just like some cars. And then here's like, oops. I printed off a bunch of reference photos of like this moment in Dragon Ball Z where they do the father-son Kamehameha. So I drew it right here. I was really happy with the Gohan, how he turned out, but I feel like I made the top of Goku like too top heavy or something. I don't know, it just looks weird to me. But I like this. I'm probably going to redo this at some point, like on a bigger scale where they both fit. That reference photo. This is from Castle in the Sky. Yeah, me and my wife this year got into Studio Ghibli movies. We were watching a bunch of them. I didn't finish the grass. I was like kind of over it, and I felt like I just did the grass with the Kiki one. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. And here's a picture of my wife. And I tried to draw like a portrait of her, and I was like, I'm still learning. Like, I never did this as a kid. Like, I was always too scared to draw real people. And yeah, it definitely does not capture her beauty, but you know, I'm working on it. Oh, I did use the other side over here. Yes, I tried to draw this bookmark. I didn't finish the background or anything, but I was just satisfied with just how much I had done right there, and it was like really dirty because it's charcoal. But I was pretty happy with how the hourglass turned out, so I just left it like that. And then my brother asked me to draw this guy for him for his YouTube channel. He's a YouTuber. He's actually the one who's like kind of making me feel like I should do something with YouTube. So yeah, he does Genshin Impact. His name's Taiyuji on YouTube. I drew this for him. Yeah. And then yeah, I had to scan it in to send it to him. This is my brother, my dad. I drew a picture of them. This is a charcoal drawing. I feel like this is one of my better portraits of people. I feel like it looks a little bit closer to them. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this. And then, oh yeah, this is a reference photo. And then I started drawing them, but I realized I couldn't fit them all the way in. So I was like, I don't know if I want to finish this. Oh yeah, I had 2 reference photos for this. I think these are both AI actually. But I just like grabbed some angel pictures and then I kind of combined them into this one. This is something that is going to be in the book that I was writing. This is like one of the characters. Then I got a charcoal drawing of Edward and Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And then I got Gohan. Really grew up on Dragon Ball Z, so yeah, there's a good amount of Dragon Ball Z stuff that I was drawing. I was really happy with this, like the way that the colors and shadows look on him, like the way the light's hitting and bouncing. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this one. What we got here is the reference photo, and then yeah, just like a little scenery sketch. I added this balloon thing, this Zeppelin, and there's like a flying person thing. This is like supposed to be a scene from the book, is what I was imagining. I was trying to put some other stuff in the background. Yeah, pretty good. This is one of my favorite moments in all of anime, where Yusuke like really unlocks the spirit wave. Try to draw that, or my own version of it. Another great moment in Yu Yu Hakusho. Drew that. Was not about to color the whole background black though. This is a photo. This is like a reference photo, but I realized when I was doing this that this guy's in a terrible position. He can't actually move his king. If he moves his king, then it's game over. And I was like, I didn't realize it until I was drawing it, and then I realized like this piece is broken. It's not full. And this guy doesn't, there's no strap attached to this. I realized this is probably AI. I didn't realize it when I was first picking out photos to draw, but this is what I drew of him. I was pretty happy with how like the guy turned out. I like didn't put as much effort into the other stuff. And I felt like when I don't put as much effort into this, it like makes the other thing look more in focus, more rendered than it actually was. Oh, and this is the last picture, I think, in this book. This is the reference photo. This was my version of it. I didn't want to do like all yellow. I wanted to do like a grayscale version of it. And I was really happy with this. I really like this jacket. This jacket looks like pretty good to me. I think it's popping. So yeah, that is the last page of this sketchbook. This was the very first sketchbook I ever completed. But wait. There's more bonus content. This is what I've done already this year, or this month, I guess. I'm a month into the year. It's January 31st when I'm recording this. I drew some sketches of just some guy. And then here's some Mega Man and Sonic. Some other people that I would just see randomly. This guy looks kind of like John Legend a little bit. And then yeah, Mega Man and Sonic, Bass and Shadow, Moltres. I've started using colored pencils. I have some colored pencils right here. Wait, right there. Yeah. This was like a chalk colored pencil, so like it kind of faded onto either side. But I just found out this is that Bass is a bad guy, good guy, Mega Man, and this is them fused. I didn't realize that they were fusing. It's like a Gogeta type thing. This is like a creepy baby that I drew from my imagination. I don't know. It's like that picture kind of scares me. Oh yeah, and then I colored this Mega Man. I thought this was pretty good. I started doing that, didn't finish it. This is also from my imagination. I got Zero here. This is Mega Man and Rush combined. This is my first time of doing like, this has colored pencil and marker. So I was like happy with how this part is. That is me and my brother, but I didn't finish it. Mega Man from Mega Man Legends. Oh, this is my first time using watercolor. This is from Demon Slayer, Tanjiro. I liked how this turned out because I was intimidated to use watercolor. This is like a little thing my brother wanted me to draw. It's a Charizard. I was like practicing with the colored pencil. I was still figuring out like how much marker and how much colored pencil I should use. So like it looks kind of streaky right here. There's a Samurai. And here's Mega Man. This is like one of the more recent things I drew. I think this is actually the most recent thing I drew. Oh no, I drew this as well. This must be the most. Oh wait, no, this is the most recent thing I drew. I don't know if I drew it. Yeah, I think that was it. Oh, okay, I have one more. I drew this. Do I have anything else in here? Oh yeah, I have like a sketch of a building in pen. And yeah, I think that's it. Well, while we're at it, I thought I might as well show you guys my first acrylic painting that I did this year. I've never painted before, so this was a little bit scary, but Yeah, it came out better than I thought it would. Not really completely satisfied with it, but I think that this inspires me to do more painting. Maybe I should try some other stuff. I don't know. I'm very new back into art. Please leave a like or comment or whatever that YouTubers say. Appreciate it. Have a great day.